I'll say anxious, because basketball has been my sanctuary, and for me to be away from it for a year, it's kind of been hard on me, so I'm just happy to be back.
The last time we seen Miles, he averaged 20 points per game. We're going to get all into it. But he spoke today. It was cameras, it was microphones, camcorders, everything, you name it. And Miles Bridges let it be known that he ain't nervous, but he's anxious for his return after 583 days. Lord, that's a long time. Miles Bridges is like, I'm telling you, he's about to run wild. I'm predicting Miles Bridges to destroy all comers. I have very high expectations for Miles Bridges. I believe that I know the Charlotte Hornets are basically acquiring an all-star level player. The last time we seen Miles Bridges, he was knocking on the door of all-stardom. Yes, it was actually a case that he made the all-star game before LaMelo. I didn't believe that, but that's what critics said. I remember when the all-star weekend and everything was announced, Kenny Smith and everybody, they were saying that they thought Miles should have been in it. But LaMelo got in it through injuries and all that, but we'll get into that later. But I'm excited. Miles is anxious. I'm excited. We're going to get all into it. Bridges is set to return to the court Friday in a few hours, y'all, after 583 days against no other than the Milwaukee Bucks for an NBA in-season tournament game after sitting out all of last season and completing a 10-game suspension this year for his role in a domestic dispute where, we already documented it all. I believe that, like I said, Bridges is going to be able to put all this behind him, and I think that's what he's very excited to do. And people, it's tough. I got a lot of things to discuss, Bridges' return comes even as he has a pending date up in, he got a date now, and it's not what you think, for allegedly violating the order. This is just stemming back from a dispute, 16 months, ago. So it's kind of crazy that this has occurred. But let's hope that everything gets shaken out. And Miles was asked that, and he said he can't speak on it. I want to give some quotes to some of the things that was said during this interview. He said, "Basketball has been my sanctuary, and for me to be away from it for a year has been kind of hard on me. So I'm happy to be back." This is what Miles Bridges said today in practice. Yes, he was involved in practice and shoot around and everything, as he's getting prepared for his long-awaited return. And like I said, the Charlotte Hornets need this. The NBA confirmed to the Associated Press that it is allowing Bridges to play while the case remains in the courts. The Hornets released a statement Thursday before practice saying we are comfortable with Miles returning to play based on the current understanding of the facts of the recent allegations and remain in contact with the NBA as that matter proceeds through the court process. So they're definitely doing their due diligence. The NBA imposed that 30-game suspension. Credit for 20 games, time served after sitting out 82 games. You already know. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports. We bringing nothing but non-stop news, updates, and more. And also make sure you are there. We are going live for Miles Bridges. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be unbelievable. Bridges understands the notion of what's happening, with him right about now. People are excited, but you also have another sector of people who are not happy. And Clifford had the answer to that. A lot of people did. But it is what it is. The Charlotte Hornets need this. They don't want it. They need it. Where's the other reinforcements coming from? So I believe that the Hornets are going to take a jump.
Court, though, I've been doing good, conditioning, putting up shots, working with my teammates, getting accustomed to how we play. So,
what kind of...
I want to give some quotes from Steve Clifford, ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the Charlotte Hornets. He said he's worked really hard, but you don't know because it's not easy not to play a game after sitting out this length of time. This is what Steve Clifford said. So he's clearly acknowledging, the tough job that Miles Bridges has. This is not going to be easy at all, but I do believe that he will be successful, in my humble opinion. Miles Bridges will come to dominate for Charlotte. It's kind of crazy because it's like almost like you sitting back and watching, and you able to analyze the game at a view that everybody can't. Miles has been able to sit back for a full year and watch everything, y'all. You understand? This is the advantage that Miles Bridges has. So he's going to be able to come back and see the pitfalls that the Hornets were having. He's going to be able to fix some of the things that was going on that looked like it was almost no hope for Charlotte. But now hope has arrived because Miles Bridges, one of the leaders of this team. Yes, I said it. Miles ain't just some regular guy, and the Hornets have some pieces. PJ just dropped. You seen PJ just put up monster numbers, and he's growing, more and more into the player he's gonna become. And now you got more. I just love the front court. This is gonna be a very versatile front court, and Miles is gonna open the game up for all of them because now you have a guy that the defense has to really pay attention to. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's going to have to focus on Miles Bridges because if you're not paying attention, Miles could definitely block some shots, so he's going to defend. I'm not saying he's some lockdown defender, but you're going to get his effort. You're going to get everything out of him, on that end. And you already know offensively what he brings to the table. He was bringing everything from terms of, obviously, we know what he could do in the air. He's a high flyer, but he elevated his shooting and everything like that. So I'm very excited for the Charlotte Hornets. Reinforcements is on the way. Miles re-signed this year on a 1-year, $7.9 million contract. This was a qualifying offer, so you already know what's about to happen. Miles is coming for that big bag. Miles was going to get a max offer. You understand? He was going to get a max contract if none of this happened. Miles was going to be making $20+ million a year, maybe 30+. You understand? This is the kind of money that Miles just, screwed up. And I think he ain't gonna recoup all of it, but he's gonna get some of it back. And you can book that. You heard it here first at Flight Sports. So listen, it's a celebration. The beast, Miles Bridges, is back. It's Flight Sports. We going live. Make sure you tune in. Peace and love.